Well, even since I've just, especially since New Year, I guess, I've noticed a change a little bit at home.
Yeah.
With just the way I'm reacting to him when he gives me one of those dirty looks or offhand comments.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, well, that's his problem. I don't take it on board.
Yep.
And it seems to be improving things. There's not the same amount of discord at home.
Yeah. Because one of the great favours you can do for yourself is stop fighting.
Exactly.
Because
I'm just so worried about my daughter because it's just not what I want her to think a relationship is.
Yeah.
Right. And so far she's a good kid, but
what she's going to get out of it is how you handle it.
Formative still.
Lots of kids.
Stage, you know?
Lots of kids go through what your daughter's going through. The difference is how they see you handle it.
Yeah.
And when you go to yourself and you start getting your life in order in the way that we've described, she sees that you can make more of yourself, you can work on yourself.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is that I'm saying to you, stop fighting, because you're never impressed with yourself when you fight.
No.
You might win the argument, but you're never impressed with how you behaved when you're in a fight. Does that make sense? So the fastest road to poor self-esteem is to be fighting all the time.
Yeah.
Because you just behave so badly. Now that is what you don't want your daughter seeing.
Yeah.
Now you can't take the arguments behind closed doors. That's what my parents did.
No. Well, I've made a point of not doing that because of that's how it was with my parents.
You have to have the arguments out in the open,
and I
you
explain
have
to her.
And you have to argue with honour and with dignity and grace.
Yeah.
She needs to see you stand up for yourself and not turn into a witch.
Yeah.
If that's what you're demonstrating, mate, this is how you stand up for yourself. You just spear people and you act horribly. Is that what you want to be teaching?
No.
So, the next blue, the imperative is on you. You got to think, now whatever I say, she's listening.
Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be a blue because he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's only if I react to something.
Oh, it's only if you start it.
Yeah.
Which
so
is
if I
another
react,
thing that's another thing for us to deal with.
So I just think, well, if I don't react, then what does that do to me? If I don't say something.
Don't react, respond.
Just
choose a response.
Right.
Rather than react. React is at the same level as they punch you punch them back. That's a reaction.
It's just not.
A response is they punch you think, you've got a problem.
It's not emotionally intelligent. If you just react.
It's a long way from emotionally intelligent to just react, because the word comes from reenact. It's a contraction of to reenact. So you're actually enacting it all again, blaming them.
Yeah.
Saying if you hadn't started this, blah, 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 but who's acting poorly? Who's exhibiting atrocious behaviour?
Yeah. That's true.
Does that make sense? That's the biggest, of all the things we've said about clean your life up, the biggest one is that fighting thing.
No fighting.
So what you do is, if it happens, and I reckon it's you that starts it. Well, I haven't been there, so I'm guessing, but I'm pretty sure it ain't him, because he doesn't like confrontation.
No.
So,
Must
at
be
least, see, I can only go on what you're telling me.
Yeah.
So just stop fighting, but that means stop starting the fighting. Got it? But even if he's starting it, don't play.
What if something happens, like he puts me down in a certain way, or I'm just meant to let that go? Because he mightn't want to have confrontation, but you know, he does things to push your buttons.
What could he say that puts you down?
I can't even think now that you've put me on the spot.
Well, Eleanor Roosevelt said, nobody puts you down without your express permission.
Oh, I know, yeah. I've seen Dr.
No, you don't
Phil
know.
as well.
You don't know. You know here, but you don't know here.
Yeah.
If he goes whole hog right and he says, "You fat ugly cow."
Yeah, no, he doesn't do that.
But if he does, if he goes, "You fat ugly cow." Oh, so that's today's test. So today I'm doing fat ugly cow.
Okay. All right, so you just react with that.
Choose a response that is anything other than a reaction. He says, "You fat ugly cow." You go, "Is that the best you can do? I was hoping for something significant. I'm working on myself. Give me something to work with."
He doesn't talk about where I go when I come here. Never mention. Doesn't want
That's
to
not what
go
I'm saying.
there.
What I'm saying is,
That's a bad thing.
what I'm saying is, whatever he says to you
Yeah.
is something for you to rise above or to go down underneath it. But you're the one who's choosing.
Yeah, I guess when I engage in it, it takes me below that level.
You engage, you're gone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so far there's been no fighting for quite a while now.
Okay, and then you can start being nice to him.
I'm nice to him.
Okay, good. That should stop the fighting. So you can go out of your way and be nice to him. Why? Even if he hasn't earned it, why should you go out of your way to be nice to him?
To create harmony. To show him he's worth it. I don't know what.
Because you will like yourself when you're behaving that way.
Oh, okay. Nothing to do with his reaction. Just because I'll be happier with being that person.
Listen, mate, have you ever helped an old lady across the street?
Yeah.
Well, how did you feel?
So, yeah. I helped that old lady across the street. I feel better about
You feel
myself.
better. Righto. So be nice to someone who has not earned it.
Mm-hmm.
You still feel good.
Yeah.
You don't need them to be nice back to you. Otherwise, the old lady will drag you back.
That's true, yeah.
Because she's going to return the favour. You don't be nice to people
Yeah, no.
so that...
Yeah, well, that's how I am. I'm normally just a giving person.
Because?
Because it feels good.
Because it feels good.
Yeah, so...
Whether they deserve it
I
or
do
not.
that naturally.
Whether
anyway.
they've earned it or not.
Yeah. But like I said, the whole emotion behind it, I think, is another day. Another day.
Yeah, yeah.
Because maybe when we have our session, because...
Yeah.
It goes way back a long time.
Yeah, it goes
Can't
way
even
back.
remember. Probably before I can remember.
And during that session, I'll tell you about the policeman who pulled me up one time to book me for something I reckon I shouldn't have been booked for. And he turned up and I said, "Gee, you look good in that uniform."
Did you?
Well, he did.
And what happened?
I'll tell you later. It's not that important. It's not that important. Like,
Good news day.
most people sit there going, "Oh, I'm in trouble," but he still fit him like a glove.
Really? Did you get out of the fight?
Well, that's not the point.
Oh, wait, what? I think the viewers at home.
I got busted.
Want to know?
You can still be nice to someone.
That's true. You don't lose anything.
You gain something.
You gain.
You gain self-respect.
Mm.
You gain self-respect for rising above. For not just... If the circumstances define you, that's bad shit, mate. If you rise above the circumstances...
Yep.
That's how we know you, is how you handle adversity.
So far, so good, but...
You've got a list of
Getting
things to
me.
do.
Okay,
So you're going to come back and
of course.
tell us how you went with the list?
Yes.
Sometime in the future we'll turn
When
up
you
here.
see me next, you won't recognise me.
That'll be great.
Probably. No, you won't.
Okay. Good.
I'll wear a wig and... No.
All right.
Okay,
Done?
Peter. Thank you.
Happy?
Yes.
Okay.
Give you a kiss.
Yep.
Thank you.
Take care.